Thank you very much for coming and responding to our invitation as IEC. We are obviously going to be focusing on our district involving 6 municipalities which are affected in this presentation today. But generally our primary aim, we all know that this weekend all our voting stations will be opened, and as such we expect that all voters are aware of what is happening in our voting stations. The outlook of our district is that, as I indicated, we have 6 municipalities. In these 6 municipalities, we have a total number of 84 wards. We have then increased our voting stations. We had 399 voting stations. We added, I think, 47, if my mathematics is good. We have 446 now, which means that our network of voting station and accessibility of our voting station has increased. In terms of our KZN registration figures, you will see that we have 4.5 million people that are registered on the voters roll. In this 4.5 million, as UGU, we have only contributed 327,000. This is the combination of all municipalities in our district. We have contributed 327,000, but in terms of statistics SA, we have more than 500,000 people that should be on the voters roll. So when you look into this, we are chasing a big number. We are probably chasing about 100 or more than 100,000 people to be on our voters roll in various municipalities in the district. We have in our offices received scanners. This is a very important tool to IEC, because it is the only tool that we use to capture a voter's information, and then we upload it into our system. This tool and the forms that are completed in voting station have already been received. The rest of material is in our local warehouses. In each municipality we have a local warehouse which keeps all this material. So in terms of this, we are 100%, and this equipment has already been linked to relevant voting station to say you will take this equipment and link it to a particular VD, and it cannot go to any incorrect voting station. Locally, ladies and gentlemen, we are working very, very well with government departments and local municipalities. We have partnered in various events where we have managed to register, where we have managed to encourage voters to vote in such a way that our colleagues in municipalities, when they announce their messages, they encourage people who will be attending those events to bring their ID books. They also indicate that IEC will be part of those events. As a result of that, we are able to register voters in those events. This weekend, our voting stations will open at 8 and close at 5. That's 800 hours, and we're closing at 1700 hours. We have voting centers around the municipalities. In KZN 216, in this case, Hibiscus Coast, we have about 7 voting centers. By voting centers, it's areas where there is a high number of people, and we are expecting that in those areas again, the number of people also is increased. Having said this, ladies and gentlemen, my manager will say, you will have that number 32810. 32810, you only SMS your ID number there. You SMS your ID number, and then within seconds you get a confirmation whether you are registered or not. And if you are registered, it indicates where you are registered and the details thereof. You will also find us on YouTube. There is the YouTube address. We have a website where you can also check. We encourage the municipal staff as well to check themselves, and everybody else who has access to internet, to make sure that they check. They also have access with their phones. The smartphones are able to go to the internet. You can also make use of that. We are on Facebook. We also on Twitter. So you will find us on Twitter, where you will be updated of anything that is happening.
Mr. Yeni, listening to you here now, it seems that the IEC is well organized.
Absolutely.
And yes, it looks like it. And then also the last election in 2009, our experience was that everything went smoothly. But now my question would be, if you have a list of things that can go wrong, what would be number one? What do you fear most? What can go wrong?
From you know, when you plan and do your risk assessment, you go through a process of elimination. This will happen, no, it won't. This will happen, we have this will happen. With the atmosphere out there, the only thing that will go wrong can only be an abrupt unrest that is unexpected. And that is what would also be falling outside of our hands, because we have SABS. We know that anything is possible out there, but in terms of our readiness with moving the material to voting station and allowing voters to vote, every system is in place. What could go wrong is anything that will prevent voters to go to voting station, and it will really be a disappointment on our side.